one bag of mixed vegetables. I'm not going to be using it all, but this one comes with a variety of cubed up, chopped up carrots, peas, and green beans. I do like to get one that usually comes with corn, but this one didn't. But that's fine, obviously. You can always add a can of corn if you wish to the recipe. It's optional. 1 onion, 1 fresh tomato, 4 eggs that we will boil, mayonnaise, we have some olives, 2 cans of tuna with vegetable oil, 2 cans of sardines in olive oil. It could be in water as well. They can be in just regular vegetable oil or the olive oil, doesn't really matter. So 2 cans of tuna, 2 cans of sardines, 7 red potatoes, which I will be peeling, and then we'll chop them up into cubes. Olive oil for seasoning, salt, pepper, garlic, nutmeg, and some paprika. I will start with peeling the potatoes. I will do that, and then we'll get back to the next step. All right, guys, we've peeled the potatoes. The 7 potatoes, you can add 8, 10, depending on how large your family is, obviously. I already went ahead and peeled off the onion as well. So again, as I stated, we're going to be cutting the potato in cubes. So I like to half them, and then half them again, and just go in and nice chunky cubes. Back again. Nice. All right, guys, welcome back. We have the potatoes cut in cubes, all 7 red potatoes peeled. And you can always add more according to your recipe if you want to add more for your family. So now we're just going to do the onions. This is just a way that I like to chop them, the way my family taught me. My mother, my grandmother. I've been cooking for a long time. Alright, guys, the water's almost about to come to a boil. So I will start adding in the cubed potatoes. It's very hot. Try to go in slowly and move towards the center of your pot as much as possible so you don't have hot water coming up towards you. This is a family recipe of mine. It's a Portuguese family recipe. It's something that my family would do on the weekdays. Add in the mixed vegetables alongside the potatoes. They can go ahead and boil in the same pot. Just a few, because this is also for decor, but it's also healthy, you know, to have that in your salad. Just gonna grab the eggs really quickly. And again, our 4 eggs. I got another small pot over here. So we're going to be putting in the eggs into the pot, nice and gently. Don't want them to crack. Even if one does, we can live with it. All right, you can add more eggs as well, of course. I'm just going to give this a little stir, make sure that it's not going to overflow the pot. If so, I will remove a little bit of the water. Give me a second. I'm just going to get rid of just a tad bit. Already have a drainer here by my sink. Just don't want it to come overflowing over on top of my stove top. All right. So we're going to add some salt for flavor. Not too much. For the eggs, you don't need any salt. Obviously, we're just boiling eggs. All right. I'm probably just going to add a tad or bit more salt there. Here we go. Just give it a nice little stir, and we're just going to let this boil through roughly about 12, 13, 14 minutes or so. You're going to come back and check this with a fork, obviously. When the fork comes out clean, you see that the potato is nice and tender. Try not to have mashed potatoes, obviously, so look out that you're not overcooking them. You can always poke them with a fork occasionally to see that they're not overcooking. All right, so we're gonna let these 2 boil through. I'm not gonna put a lid on the potatoes because I don't want it to boil over. Usually it creates a lot of evaporation and it may boil over. All right, we'll get back on the next step. I stuck a fork in one and it was already pretty tender, so yeah, that's what we're looking for. It's basically going in the potato. See? All right, now that it's tender, we'll turn off the heat there. I'm just gonna take this over to my drainer in the sink. Get rid of the hot water. The eggs took roughly, I would say, 8 to 10 minutes. They're still sitting in hot water as well. So we will go ahead and drain the two. Need to let the eggs cool off a bit. Run them over cold water. You're just going to peel off the eggshells as you normally would. And we'll let the potatoes cool off a bit as well. And we'll get right back to the next step. Alright guys, we got the potatoes steaming here. I just wanted to show one quick step. It's just to drain a bit of cold water over the potatoes. I have the mixed vegetables in the same basket. This is just to stop the heating process because you have these vegetables sitting here over all that vapor. Alright guys, welcome back. I've let the potatoes cool off for a good 25 minutes. I even pop this whole thing in my fridge for the whole duration just so that everything can cool down because we're going to need to mix the mayonnaise and we don't want a liquidy mess. I ended up also off camera, I didn't mention it, but I cooked the 5th egg because I'm just going to use that for a bit of a decor. You know, it gives it a nice presence at the dinner table. So I'm just going to start by cutting up the eggs. These will be mixed in the salad. Still love making this dish with my family. So we're just gonna cut this up, cut it up as much as possible here. So it could be in circles, could be in squares, doesn't really matter. We're just cutting the egg so that it can mix in well with the salad, all right? I like to actually cut them down not too finely. So we're going to leave some nice pieces there so that you can catch that in your palate, on your plate. This is a really, really delicious potato salad. It has a different twist to it because it's not just your typical tuna salad. You mix in the sardines, it gives it an added kick, an added flavor, which is really nice. All right, so we got that done. We have our onion and the olives. I'm putting all of this. We love olives and onions in this household, so I'm putting the whole thing. All right, the tomatoes that I cut it into 5 slices, that one tomato. I'm gonna leave this for decor as well. You can also alternate and cut tomato up in cubes and add it into the salad if you wish. We're moving forward with the tuna. Gonna use this spoon for now. I was gonna use this spoon for the mayonnaise, but let's go ahead. Hopefully we got a good angle here so you guys can see. So this is the 2 cans of tuna in vegetable oil. I drained off the oil. I did drain off the oil. And I also drained off just a bit of the olive oil in the one of the sardine cans. So this is the sardines. Still a fair bit of olive oil in there. Don't let any go to waste. Olive oil is actually good for your health. It's one of the best oils out there. Compared to vegetable oil, olive oil is always healthier. All right, this one I left the olive oil entirely in the can. This is the 2nd can of sardines. Just pour it over because that's going to give your salad a really, really nice flavor. Hopefully this is big enough. If not, I'm gonna probably have to transfer this over to a bigger bowl. So I'm gonna pause here. I'm gonna transfer this over because I'm not gonna be able to mix this well. All right, we'll get right back to you guys in a few moments. All right, guys, welcome back. I transferred to a larger bowl here. We're gonna start with the seasonings. So salt. We're gonna add some black pepper. Pepper's really good in the salad, so I like to add a decent amount. It really is really quite tasty in the salad. Some granulated garlic powder, quite a bit. This is gonna give an awesome kick as well. All right. Garlic's good for you. It's good for your heart and everything. And I'm just adding a bit of nutmeg. You'll find nutmeg in a lot of Portuguese recipes, even in bechamels and things of that nature. All right, so from here, I'm gonna add a bit more of extra virgin olive oil. That should be fine. We're gonna add our mayonnaise. This is a 400 gram bottle of mayonnaise. So you can always add more or less depending on how you like your potato salad. I'm probably gonna use this whole thing, to be quite honest. Just gonna try to scrape off as much as I can out of here. Sorry for the rattling. Just gonna try to get as much out as possible. Alright, I'm gonna finish this off camera so you're not hearing a whole bunch of rattling noises. And we'll get right back to the next process here. See you in a bit. Alright guys, we got all the mayonnaise out. I'm gonna go ahead and start mixing this. This delicious salad. The sardine pieces, chop them down with your spoon a bit. Of course, we want to get this mixed up quite well, so chop down the fish. Oh, it smells amazing. It really does. It smells so good. And I hope you guys enjoy the fresh onions in the salad. I know it's not typical in most American salads, but it's gonna, if you love onions, I'll guarantee you're gonna love this salad here. This delicious potato and tuna and sardine salad. It's looking good. Oh, we got a nice chunk of sardine popping up there. I'm gonna cut that up as well. Let's give that a good mix. Yeah, this bowl worked out really well. Worked out perfect. All right. I'm just going to layer this out this way. All right. We're going to try to build this up and do a cause for presentation. All right. We'll get right back. I'm just going to... Well, I might as well just keep filming here, actually. So I'm going to add the tomatoes. This is just for presentation. Just for presentation. You know, you could do like 3. Just going to pick that one up there. Well, actually, I have a better one, so I'm going to put that one. And then I left an egg. Sorry, I don't have a knife. I'm just going to go and grab my knife really quickly. All right. So now, I mean, if you want to do some really nice decor, try to cut the egg just a little bit more gently. We're just going to cut off some rounds here. This will look really good on the thumbnail for this video as well, hopefully. All right, so I'm just trying my best to, you know, leave some decor on top. It's always presentable. Your family's gonna enjoy it. You know, at least they'll see that you put some good effort into what you're doing. With my recipes, I put my heart into what I do, and I enjoy it. So I love cooking. I'm glad that you guys are here with me and enjoying these recipes. If you're tagging along, you know, subscribe as well, like the video. So I'm using some paprika, and I'm just gonna sprinkle some on top. All right. This is for some color. All right, I think that should be good. I'm gonna plate this up as well. This is just so you can have an idea of how you can plate this up for your family. All right, I hope you enjoy. That's looking mighty, mighty delicious. I'm gonna put this in the fridge for about an hour just so it can cool down some, and then we'll serve it up. All right, we'll be back with you guys in a few moments. Alright guys, welcome back. I forgot I had a small plate with extra olives, so I added those on top as well for an added decor touch. Alright, I'm just gonna plate this up. Let me see if I can grab a nice section here so we can get a nice presentable plate. That's looking mighty, mighty good. Just gonna move that tomato over to the side. Let's put a bit more. Let's grab some of that egg right there. Yeah, it's beautiful. I think we can add just a tad bit more. All right, I have those extra tomatoes. You can add them just for a presentable touch to the plate. I'm gonna add this one as well. Let's see. And I'm just gonna peep out a little olive there. I'm just gonna steal that egg there as well, just to give it a nice little touch. How's that looking? There you have it. Portuguese styled potato salad with tuna and sardines. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. It's looking marvelous. I know you're gonna enjoy it. Let me know what you think in the comments section. I know this is different to a lot of the potato salads around the world in different cultures. This is my way that my family would do it. So I know that there's many other versions, Portuguese versions of doing tuna salads, and hopefully we can showcase that in the future.